right, so I think everybody can relate when they say they hate logging calories. I definitely don't enjoy logging my calories, but this app makes it really incredibly easy. It's literally less than a minute to log your meals. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through some of the great functionality of this app. I'm a big proponent of what gets measured gets managed, and I think that not only relates to business, but it also relates to your personal life and health and nutrition. So it's very important to log your calories, log what you're eating, so that you can make the minor adjustments. Because I can promise you, if you're guessing on portion sizes and you're guessing on your total calorie budget for the day, then you are most likely missing. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through what this app can do. So first of all, when you first sign up, it's going to give you a BMR, your base metabolic rate, after you type in your age, weight, activity level, height, things like that. My BMR came out to like 2055, but I went ahead and cut that down to 1906 as my calorie budget today, so I'm always at somewhat of a deficit. So there's some other cool things you can do when you're first setting this up, is you can actually tell it to, you can actually say that, calories expended in exercise to minus those from your total calorie budget. So I don't do that because it tends to just make me eat more. So I don't actually subtract those. But I'm going to go ahead and start out with some of the functionality here. So your exercise here, it's very easy to add. So you've got resistance training here. And say 40 minutes, hit save, log, done. And of course, just basic, even just walking. If you go on a walk or something, you can easily log that. They've got the buttons here to reduce your, typing, which is well thought out. And you can also log stuff using really GPS and logs via map, your average miles per hour and things like that, which, based on my experience, is pretty accurate. Another cool thing is it ties to Apple Health. So anything syncing to Apple Health is going to be pulled into the application as well once you allow it. So without having to do anything every day, it's going to log my steps. So 807 steps here. Really cool feature. Of course, if you want to log water, it's super easy to add there. And of course, notes, if you're logging anything, maybe how you feel that day, that can help you determine also your diet and calories and things like that. So here to logging food here, I'm going to go ahead and pull up here. So we're in the meals here. So this was my breakfast. And so it's really super easy to log things. You can just go search there and we can go pecans. And you'll see them right there. Tap on it, put it in your amount, done. But the best part of this app is the actual scan feature here. So I just opened up the scan feature, hitting the scan button in the lower left corner. And I'm going to go ahead and get those. So there you are, right there, bam. So scanning, I find maybe only 1 in 10 new products that I'm eating that they don't show up. But even then, it's easy to actually go in and actually add all the information about that product and even add it to your favorites, so you don't have any issues later. So maintaining your favorite list is really good, because obviously, as generally we tend to eat pretty similar things day in and day out. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, really easy. One of the best parts about this is being in keto, seeing my macronutrients right here, the fat, carbs, and protein is incredibly important. So you can see fat, 74% calories, carbs, 15%, protein, 11%, and also has the grams below that. So 37 grams fat, 17 carbs, 12 protein. So super, super cool to be able to keep track of that, and that's vital, especially in something like a keto diet. So I can actually tap on those macronutrients and get a breakdown. So for example, it's got my fiber there. So the fiber is very important, because especially with keto, we're actually minusing the insoluble fiber from the total. So at least having a general overview of my fiber gives me a good idea of how many of those carbs were actually fiber. So there's a lot of rules that you can do, and a lot of different ways to manage that in keto. It's also got your salt there, but another cool thing is it's got your history here. So we can actually see here, and this really helps you spot trends. So obviously a trend for me is I tend to overeat on the weekends, overconsume. So and it's a great way to go back, look at what you've been doing, how many days you've gone over, and it just helps you really just focus on getting those small wins, those small daily wins, which is really all you need. You just need to string together as many wins each day, each week as possible. So really great being able to see your history, especially if you're manually logging your calories right now and on paper. Obviously going back and going through all those can be a pain in the butt. This is obviously a lot faster. So also I have a kind of a smart scale connects to my Bluetooth. So that weight actually, when I do weigh in, it automatically gets pulled into the dashboard of this too. So 203 right there. It's got my goals right there: lose 8.6 pounds in 3 months. Not a huge goal, and I can click on my goal here and I can actually see my progress. So that's one reason I started the ketogenic diet, is because I realized I was just super stagnant. Like my body just wants to stay at a certain level, and I really wanted to push past that, and it's really helped out a lot. So if you haven't done the keto diet, I highly recommend it. Another cool thing is you can actually connect with friends and see their goals and things like that. Inner measurements, just a lot of other functionality really I haven't even dug into on some of that stuff. But I love this app. It's free. It's a super easy way to log your calories and monitor things. I highly recommend it. And yeah, start using it. Start making those small adjustments, those small changes, and just keep your goals on target. And it's a great app for that.